Next question is from Shakti Dancer, and she says, "Thank you, Helen, for the many opportunities to ask you anything and to recognize truth. Grateful for the amazing teacher that you are. One of the most difficult things to transcend as a human for me is when there's conflict with another human body. I know I can do my practices and work on myself. After self-inquiry in lesson 4, the knowing that another apparent human is also formless or self-appearing as another body I can truly meet. I can come to know it is a gift, an opportunity to see where separation is showing up. Things are happening spontaneously, and I can't get it wrong. I recognize it's likely not going to be useful to discuss what I'm learning here with other humans. While I'm still in the process of awakening, triggers still occur and moments of separate self happen. Do you have any insights on how to navigate conflict in myself in the moment when there is a conversation or argument happening with another human?"
Yeah, it's a good subject. One that I really struggled with myself for so long. And just in case anyone is not aware, lesson 4 that was referred to here is lesson 4 of the Dissolving the Ego course, which we study as part of the community that we have growing, which anyone is welcome to join at any time. You can just go to the website helenhamilton.org, and you'll be able to see on the homepage there a link to it. And this, in lesson 4, we look at how form and formless are the same thing, how to come to live as unity, as oneness. And part of the many places that we find that challenging is when there's another human being, or we might have some friction with, or some sense of conflict arising, where what you want and what that other being wants might be very different things in that moment. So obviously, applying what we're learning here, that there is only one being, and it can appear as very, very different forms, right? Very different ways. And most of all, as much as we can, keeping in mind that that being is our own self. But at the same time, valuing what is right for us in that. So some people will use, accidentally without realizing, the recognition that this being is myself as a way to subdue their own wants and needs, or set some boundaries. Or it might also come from a little sense of unworthiness. So that's the other thing to check. So firstly, remembering that you're not separate to them, as you mentioned. Secondly, just checking if there's any little sense of unworthiness there that's not allowing you to speak up for what you need or want in a loving, gentle, but truthful way, so that we're not negating what you need in that, because that sometimes perpetuates the conflict. And for me, thirdly, just accepting, if you can, that you might never like conflict or like a lot of friction in a relationship. For me, I still don't really like it. When it happens, and there's some action I need to take, I can kind of come to that place as the infinite self, where I can speak something or take some action. But there's a recognition that perhaps as peace-loving, truth-loving beings, we might never really like some sense of conflict in a relationship or anywhere in the world. So for a long time, I tried to come to a place where I was okay with it. And of course, I am on a deeper level. There's always peace, no matter what, and a sense of joy underneath that, and love for the other being. And there's also a healthy respect for the fact that maybe our vibrations are just a little different in the mind and body, and we might want different things. And that might not ever feel totally comfortable to us. It became clear as well that certain beings who are not yet quite so interested in truth might still like, in some way, or want or need some sense of conflict. For me, when I was very, very asleep to who I was, that was the only way I knew how to ask for love, paradoxically. So coming right around sort of 360 degrees helps us to have more compassion for those. That's might be the best way they can ask for love too, or approval, but that's never going to feel comfortable. And maybe you can feel inside some acceptance that there's not a thing that's wrong with you in that. It's just that you prefer peace and unity and compassion over judgment and all of those things. So I'm not only saying that as well because quite often we tend to feel that there's something still wrong with us that we need to correct. But somehow we should come to a place where we're okay with it, and maybe that place doesn't exist. So hope that's helpful. Thanks, Karen.